Hello students, welcome back to Mathmis Java programming tutorials. In this video, I'll discuss integer wrapper class. The contents are introduction, important static methods of integer wrapper class that are value of, parseInt, toString, and also important methods of other wrapper classes. In Java, the 8 primitive types are not declared as classes for performance reasons. Now, each primitive type is handled by a wrapper class, and all these wrapper classes are defined in Java.lang package. The methods provided in these 8 wrapper classes convert primitive types to objects and vice versa, and also provide extra functionality. Now, the integer wrapper class wraps around primitive type int. It has many static methods to convert int primitive type to string objects and vice versa, and also convert binary, octal, and hexadecimal numbers to decimal numbers. Binary, octal, and hexadecimal numbers to decimal numbers. Now let's see the important static methods. First method is value of string as a parameter. Second method, value of string and int as parameters. Method overloading. Value of is the method name, but with different parameters. Both these functions are static methods, so we use the class name followed by method name, that is integer.valueOf string, integer.valueOf string, int. Both of them return int primitive type. The third one is parseInt, also accepts a string. It is a static method, so we use with the help of the class name, that is Integer.parseInt, and pass string as a parameter. Now the methods 1 and 3, the result of these 1 and 3 are same. They take a string parameter, return int. Value of string and int we will discuss in the next slide. Fourth method is toString. It is also a static method. So we use Integer.toString, accepts int primitive type, returns a string. So first three take strings as parameters, return int primitive type, whereas fourth one takes int as a parameter, returns string. And now other methods, other wrapper class methods similar to parseInt, parse int, parse long, parse float. So long wrapper class has a method parse long, just like integer.parseInt. Float.parseFloat, double.parseDouble, all of them take string based numbers as parameters and return integer.parseInt returns int, long.parseLong returns a long number, and so on and so forth. We need to understand if the string argument we are sending is not a number, that is double quotes number, the result would be number format exception. Now in the next slides, first of all we understand 1 and 3 methods, that is value of string and parseInt string. Then we will understand second one, that is value of string and int followed by fourth method and other wrapper class methods. So first of all, we will understand 1 and 3, that is value of and parseInt. Value of string or parseInt string, both the functions take a string based number as a parameter, that is double quotes, string object. If the base of the string parameter is a decimal, then we use either of the functions. Decimal number, 45, 59, 79, any number. Base, we will understand in the next slide. What do? They convert the string base number to int primitive type. How do we use it? Integer.value of 45, double quotes 45 string, returns int 45. What is the difference between double quotes 45 and just 45? Strings cannot use arithmetic operations, but int can participate in arithmetic operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division, and so on and so forth. Or we can use Integer.parseInt. Either Integer.valueOf or Integer.parseInt, both of them return int primitive type. We can store or we can directly use whatever we can do. These two methods are used in lesson 75, that is input using buffered reader class. Now let's see a Java program which explains both the methods. Let us see parseInt and value of. I've declared a variable string object a is equal to 45 and int b equals to 10. We want to add them and print. Let's assume I said a plus b. It does not add. Control K. Let's execute and see the program. It concatenates because one is a string, second one is an integer. That is int 4510 is the output. What if I want to store in int c is equal to a plus b? Then it gives an error because one is string object, second one is b is int primitive type, cannot be added. So somehow what we have to do is we need to convert this a object, that is 45, to int primitive type in order to use any arithmetic operation. So for that we will use either parseInt method or value of method. In Java, input is always taken as a string. So if it is a string based number, we need to convert. That's why I'm explaining this. So int x is equal to Integer.parseInt is a method which converts a string based number into int primitive type. So a is a parameter, converts into int primitive type and storing in x. So we add x plus b, control K, and execute. Now it will display proper output. 45 plus 10 is 55. So converting a string based number into integer is either based on parseInt method, we use parseInt method, or we can use value of. How do we use Integer.value of a? So either of the functions we use to convert a string based number to int. Now let us see value of string int method, that is second method. This function takes two parameters. We know that first one is the string in which a number is stored. Second is the base of the first parameter. Now decimal number base is 10 and valid digits are 0 to 9. The number in the first parameter in this method can be of base binary, octal or hexadecimal, not a decimal. Decimal 45, string int value of just string, that is previous method, converts into 45. Whereas the number in the first parameter's base is either binary or octal or hexadecimal, then we go for the second value of method. Base of a binary number is 2 and valid digits are 0 and 1. Base of an octal number is 8 and valid digits are 0 to 7. Base of hexadecimal 16 and valid digits are 0 to 9 and A to F. How do we use these methods is int value of, that is static one, takes a string and we pass 2. That means that string based numbers base is binary. Converts the string based binary number to a decimal number. The second is value of string comma 8, means we are passing octal number as a parameter. And value of string 16 means the string based number is in hexadecimal number. Let us understand what is this about. Let's suppose we want to convert the decimal number 8 into binary. What do we do? Binary means only 2 digits. So we divide 8 by 2 and all the quotients we write in one line and remainders in the next line. 2 4s are 8. 4 is the quotient. Remainder is 0. We continue dividing till we get the quotient 0. So, next quotient, that is 4. 2 2s are 4, remainder is 0. 2 1s are 2, remainder is 0. 2 zeros are 0, 1 is the remainder. And we read in reverse. That is 1000 is the number which is in base 2 is equivalent to 8 as a decimal number. So our value of method, first parameter, that is string, if we pass 1000, which is not decimal. Why? Because we are passing 2 as a second parameter. That means the number which is passed as the first parameter is a binary number. Then immediately it understands, okay, this binary number must be converted to decimal. So value of is a static method. So Integer.valueOf, first parameter is a string based number, 1000 we are passing, comma 2, that means it is a binary number, returns a decimal number, that is 8, and int a stores this. Similarly, decimal to octal, that is 18 is a number, let's assume, and we want to convert into octal number. Octal means 8 digits, where we divide by 8. 8 2s are 16, quotient is 2, remainder is 2. 8 zeros are 0, remainder is 2. We stop. That means we read in reverse 2 2 base 8 belongs to decimal 18. So if we use the method Integer.value of 22 in double quotes, comma 8, that is octal number, it returns 18. Similarly, hexadecimal, 33 let's assume is a number. 16 twos are 32. 1 is the remainder. 16 zeros are 0. 2 is the remainder. We read from down. 2, 1, base 16 means it must return 33. So this is about int value of string comma int. Let's see a program and understand. If we pass 1002, it should return 8. 22, 8 returns 18. 1, that is 21, base 16 should return decimal 33. Let's see the program. Let us see value of string int method. I have declared 3 string variables A, B and C. First one has 1000, second one 22, third one 21. But we want to use binary to decimal here. So A1 equals to integer dot value of A, that is 1000. I am telling the system that it is a binary number. Immediately A1 will contain 8. So let's type A1 here. Try to execute the program. So if I pass 1000, that is A as the first parameter, and I am telling the system that it is a binary number, then it must return 8. Control K, execute the program. Eight is returned. So decimal to binary. The second one is octal to, this is binary to decimal, sorry. Now octal to decimal, let's copy the same thing and change a bit. Now let's take B1 here, first thing, and I am passing B over here, and it is octal number, that is 22 octal number. Let's print whatever is there in B1. So it should return 18. Over here 8, then 18. Control K, execute the program. Eight and 18. Third one, hexadecimal one. So let's again copy one more time. This is C1, sending C as the first parameter, and base is 16, and we print C1. So what it must return? 33. 8, 18, 33. Execute. 8, 18, 33. So this is about value of string and int as parameters. Now we have understood value of and parseInt. Let us understand toString and important methods of other wrapper classes. Method toString is declared in integer wrapper class. It is a static method which converts the int primitive type to string. So usage is Integer.toString, and we send int as a parameter, that is 56, 43 or int variable, which converts 56 to double quotes 56, that is string. And other methods convert string based numbers into integers, that is byte, short, int or long, float, double, integers and floating point numbers. Example is, let's suppose we have taken 2 string objects. One is str, second one is str1 is equal to 45.6. We can use Integer.parseInt, long.parseLong. str is an object, converts the value of str into int primitive type or long primitive type depending on the wrapper class we use. So 456 double quotes, that is str object, is converted to int primitive type in the first method, that is Integer.parseInt. And the second method, long.parseLong, converts into long variable, A2. Similarly, we can use byte short also, or float. See this, float, parse float, str if we send, 456.0 will be returned to A3. Or we can use str1, that is 45.6 is converted to double dot parse double and stores in A4. So parse xxx methods, parseInt, parseLong, parsefloat, parsedouble, these are declared in different wrapper classes. Let's see a Java program. Now let us see parse xxx and toString methods. I've declared two variables here, string objects str and str1. Int a equals to integer.parseInt, parse xxx, parse int, converts into integer whatever we pass as a parameter, that is string object. So str is converted to integer, that is a is getting printed over here. Similarly, we can have long b equals to long.parseLong, and we send str as a parameter, and we can print the same. The functions or methods are declared in different wrapper classes. We can use parse byte, byte.parseByte, long.parseLong, integer.parseInt, parse xxx methods. And last but not least, integer class has another method, static method, toString, which converts into string if we pass int or primitive data type, as a parameter. So string str2 equals to integer.toString, because toString is a static method. And we are passing 56, let's suppose. So this method converts int primitive type back to string. Control key K, no errors. So this is about parse xxx method and toString method of integer class. Refer Chapter 5 of Essentials of Computer Applications for further understanding and practice exercises. The next video is about character wrapper class. Thank you.